Hi, my name is Simon, GM8NYB. I've been in the process of restoring a CR100 I had passed over to me from a radio ham friend of mine. Last time I had the passband switch disassembled and cleaned up, and it's cleaned up quite nicely, so I'm about to halfway through reassembling it, so there's just the last couple of digits to go on, the last couple of wafers I should say. Now I used a small scraping of Vaseline on these to help slide them on there, so I'm almost finished. I've got these two wafers on. I mentioned these were both labelled with a number 2 and they're identical, so I think it's the type of wafer it is. There's a number 2 type. This was the 4 and that was the 1. Slightly different patterns, but these two have exactly the same sort of switch arrangements. So all remains is to slide a few of these last few spaces on. I have a book with I marked, made a little drawing, just a rough sketch really. So it's a good help when you come to reassemble it. So here we go, reassembling it, and then this goes on the same way. It's quite easy when it's quite a tight fit, so when you put these on, just to align. Switch a little, that's it. Little Vaseline helps it a little. That's it, and then these went on. Quite a lot of separate little spaces, but this is the order they came off in. Push it all together there. Then I think the little ones went on here, followed by the last wafer switch, which went the pins and the switch contacts are actually facing in. All those are facing one way, these are facing inwards, like that. Adjustment there. Pushes in. And then a small spacer went on the back. Last one here. More light help on them. And this one. Followed by these two small washers made of Paxilin. So they're on there like that. And the bracket. Now if you look on this end carefully, you can see one is slightly protruding. This one here. Now that went into the bottom of the switch, well the bottom of the radio, that was the lowest part orientation on the switch, and the bracket went obviously the other way up, so the bracket went on with the foot on that way, so opposite to the thing. Now this is quite tight to get off, and I had a look at it and I realised it actually was bent, and that's why it took a bit. I straightened it as best I could, but it's still a bit awkward to get on there over the thread. Fortunately it hasn't damaged the thread. It's made a bit shiny, but I think the bolts will go on. It's just a matter of tightening it up really, and that should be the switch assembled. Just hold it there while it tightens up. Unfortunately these are quite tight at this end. That's almost at the end of the thread, and it's been folded over, that's why that nut wouldn't come off. And that's got a little bit of Loctite on it, so hopefully it'll hold on. That's that one. And again the 1/4 inch spanner. Tighten it up evenly. Don't put too much strain on it. The other thing is to look down the line a bit. It's got to focus, I think. Look down the line a bit, just because it does twist. So try and get it all lined up properly, nice and square, and continue tightening it up there. And that's the switch. That's gone tight. A few more on this one. Fiddly. I'll over tighten this. It feels firm, but not over tight. Again, it's lined up. So that is my switch reassembled. Fairly clean contacts now. Hard to see exactly. Maybe that angle. These come up quite nicely. And the Bakelite itself, the wafers, quite a lot of black came off that, although it's hard to see on the camera. And not forgetting this little spacer went on the thread at the front. Try not to lose that. Right, so far I've got the switch done. I'll have a quick recap of what I've got here. I'll move the camera out of the way. I'm not sure you can see everything there. This is the IF board, which I've now repopulated and put the components on. Put labels on again. I made the little labels up with that label maker. It's just handy for reassembling it. I'm going to have to keep referring to a diagram to see where each resistor is. I know I can see them. This was the other board that went to the RF stages. And I've still got these were the resistors that came off them. Quite big carbon ones, but I've seen the modern carbon ones. I just need to order them up. Not carbon, high voltage ones, much smaller, fit in there now quite neatly. That's the one. That's the other board. There's two little boards. Again here and here. Again, I need to replace that resistor before it all gets reassembled. So that is so far what I've done. And of course, these are the 1, 2, 3, 6 little capacitors. Put them in a little bag. But there are many more. Now the next thing to do is to get the rest of these capacitors off, but it's hard to get to the nuts because they're hidden behind other components that are on the top. So I'm going to start removing some of the top components. I want to take the mains transformer off. I really want to have a look at the condition of the wiring on that. And a few of the audio inductors, they also need looking at. They've always had rubber cable. So that's what I'll do next, and that will allow me to get some more of these capacitors out. So that's it for now. If you like the video, please like it, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.